Today, we're talking about an overlooked Volca Keys sequencer feature. Freebeat. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Today's patron shout-out goes to Kit Rodriguez. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. So, despite being out for more than a couple years now, the Volca Keys is still a very, very popular analog synthesizer. I still get comments all the time from people saying that they're just now picking one up and they're so excited to get to use it. And I think that's awesome. You know, a budget true analog synth like this is definitely not something to ignore. However, I've begun to notice in watching a lot of Volca Keys jams here on YouTube that especially new Volca Keys owners seem to be missing out on one of the coolest features of the Volca Keys sequencer, and that is the ability to what Korg calls motion sequence your parameters. It's essentially recording parameter movements into your sequence. So you've probably noticed that there are a lot of these clear knobs here on the Volca Keys. What's cool about those clear knobs is that any of them can be motion sequenced or recorded into your sequence, except for the tempo knob. That's the only clear knob that cannot be recorded. So yes, even your delay time and feedback, you can record those changes in real time into your sequence, as well as all 12 of these main knobs here. First, I want to actually adjust my tempo. I'm going to make it twice as long, so I'm going to hold function and press the half button here. That's going to make the pattern twice as long. Let's go ahead and turn on our metronome so we can record a sequence, so function metronome. And just to make sure we don't have anything here in the sequence, let's hold function and press clear all. And I also want to clear my motion sequencing, which we can do by holding function and going down to these first three buttons here. These are the motion sequence keys, and I'm going to press M3 for clear, okay? So now everything's completely blank. When we press play, we'll just hear the click. You can see it's 2 measures long. Cool. Let's noodle around here and figure out what to play. I'm going to go ahead and set this to unison mode. I don't know, something like that. Record, it's armed. Ready, go. Cool, nice and simple. We can go ahead and turn off the metronome now. Let's go ahead and dial in the sound we want real quick. Nice. So let's say that as the pattern goes on from the start to the end, let's say we want the detune to increase and then decrease, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is turn motion sequencing on by holding function and pressing M1. Now we can see that motion sequencing is on. So if we want to play with the detune knob like I described earlier, we're going to hit record to arm it. Then we're going to hit play. And as soon as we hit play, the sequence will start, and we can go ahead and perform our adjustments in real time. When we're done, we will hit record, and those will be recorded into the sequence. Here we go. How cool is that? You can hear the detune kicking in and then coming back out, just like I performed it. And if you want some visual feedback, you can actually watch the detune knob. It's going to start flashing to indicate that it's being turned. Let's motion sequence something else. Let's do the filter cutoff. Now, that might sound a little rough around the edges to you. It does to me, anyway. But there's a way to fix that. What we need to do is use the Motion Sequence Smooth option down here, which is on key M2. That's going to kind of blend the parameter adjustments together over the course of our, in this case, effectively 32 steps. So function, smooth, okay? Now listen. Much better, right? let's go ahead and put some delay feedback on this. Then let's step record or motion sequence the time knob, okay? I'm actually going to start it down here around 3 o'clock and bring it back to about 9 o'clock or so. Yeah, pretty cool. And again, we're on smooth right now. We can undo that if we want to hear it without it for some reason. Definitely works better with the smoothing on, though. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And of course, we can just change whatever mode we're in too. So let's go to 5th mode. Sure, why not? That's cool. Unison ring. Poly ring. And I believe we can actually go all the way back to poly mode. Yeah, we can play over the top of it. And because the Volca Keys is not true polyphonic, it's paraphonic, meaning that our oscillators all share the same filter and envelope, those parameter changes are going to apply real time to what we're playing as well. As you can hear, the filter is going to start off extremely closed. Yeah, super cool. You can hear that detune kicking in as well. Let's motion sequence the portamento too. Why not? A little more subtle on that one. Let's play a little lead over it. Oh, you can really hear it there. Yeah, super nice. And of course, like we did earlier, you can just straight up toggle motion sequencing on and off. Which I think is really cool. Definitely gives you some more options for live performance. I wish you could do that on like the pocket operators. You know, you've got your real-time parameter movements locked in there. And just maybe a punch-in effect or something that could ignore those for the rest of the playing pattern. That could be really cool. Also, one last thing about motion sequencing. If you don't like what you recorded parameter-wise, you can just go ahead and clear the entire motion sequence by holding Function and pressing M3. Now, even with motion sequencing on, you're not going to hear any movements at all, and we're ready to start recording them all over again. If you've got a Volca Keys, be sure that you're taking advantage of motion sequencing because it's really cool, especially being able to just toggle it on and off whenever you want. Also, don't forget about smoothing because that goes a long way in making it sound a whole heck of a lot better. So I do hope you found this video informative or at least entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, of course, you know where to find that little dislike button. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.